Hey guys, so there are a lot of do's and don'ts with hand hygiene. For example, you do not want to use antibacterials and antimicrobials. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. I've been getting asked a lot of questions about hand hygiene, so I thought I'd do a really quick video that I hope helps you out. For me personally, anyway, I know that my compliance is better when I know the why behind a process. So I know quite a bit about hand hygiene. My master and doctorate research actually encompass hand hygiene, safety, I'm a behavioral scientist, so the study of human behavior. And yeah, I've worked in healthcare for nearly 20 years, direct care, but many of those years I also spent behind the scenes working in infection prevention. Very, very fortunate actually to have my research published in the American Journal of Infection Prevention. So with hand hygiene, there are two main ways of engaging in it, using soap and water hand washing or using hand sanitizer. So with soap and water hand washing, you want to use a liquid soap, a pump dispenser. Bars can get a little wonky and dirty. You want to use a fair amount of product because you want to get a good lather going. You want to use friction, minimum of 20 seconds, or the happy birthday song. And with this, what you're doing is that you're scrubbing up, you're loosening up those microorganisms so that when you rinse your hands with water, they go down the drain. Well, what happens if you're not using enough friction and you're not using the minimum of 20 seconds is that you're loosening up those microorganisms, but you're not loosening them up enough. They can be very, very sticky, for a lack of better words. And what happens is actually worse because when you go to touch a fomite or an inanimate object, say a doorknob, they're loosened up and they actually transfer more easily. So you want to use a good amount of friction, minimum of 20 seconds. You want to use a comfortable water temp, nothing too hot. When you're drying your hands, you want to pat them dry. You don't want to rub them dry. This is especially true for our healthcare workers because you're washing your hands a lot, right? You want to make sure that you're maintaining the integrity of your skin and that you're keeping it intact. When you're rubbing, especially with those abrasive paper towels, it creates micro tears and fissures in your skin, which bacteria love. They also love to hang around your rings, so make sure that you're washing under and around them also. So with hand sanitizer, basically the way this works is you're denaturing the protein coat of the microorganism and it dies. You do not want to use antibacterials or antimicrobials. You want to use something, 60 to 63 to 90% alcohol. I really like Germex and Purell. But you don't want to use antibacterials and antimicrobials because similar to, the drug resistance we have, you want to make sure you're taking your antibiotics the whole way through. Bacteria will do anything to survive. And over time, with consistent use of antimicrobials and antibacterial, your normal flora, so the bacteria that's always on your skin, will mutate and will morph. So that's why we have all these, we have a problem with drug resistance. Penicillin doesn't work in America anymore. It actually does still work in some countries, but not America. We like to not take our full round of antibiotics, I guess. And some countries actually will not allow our powerful antibiotics like a Z-Pak into their country. But that's why we have that, and we have these drug-resistant pathogens, MRSA, VRSA, methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus, vancomycin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus. Your normal flora will mutate. So you want to make sure you're using just regular, Purell, Germex, and soap. You're just using regular soap. Easy peasy. Cheers, friends. I really hope this helps.